Hey viewers, Purple Celery here. Welcome back to my channel. In this video I'll be reviewing episode 2 of season 4 of Black Mirror, Arkangel. And just as a warning, there will be spoilers, so if you haven't seen this episode and don't want to be spoiled, please click away now. I thought this episode had a really strong premise. I really enjoyed the whole concept of having an implant where you could basically monitor your child through the use of a tablet, and that optional extra where you could blur the image and the sounds if your child was experiencing something distressing. That was really compelling. In this sense, Arkangel provided some really interesting commentary on the nature of parenting, and in particular helicopter parenting and the potential harm that it can cause a child. Arkangel was scary in the sense that I can actually see there being a market for this type of technology. If this ability to monitor your child 24/7 actually did exist, I can actually believe that there are parents out there in the world who would actually choose to have their child implanted with that monitoring device so they could keep track of their child. And in this sense, I think that we're already on the way, because you can buy things already such as you can basically give your child a phone that allows their parent to monitor their every move. Parents are basically tracking their children through GPS, so perhaps we're already halfway there. And in this sense, Arkangel explores the issue of a parent's rights to keep their child safe versus their child's right to privacy. I think that was a really interesting issue to explore, and it was done very well through the characters of Marie, who just was trying to keep her teenage daughter Sarah safe, whereas of course Sarah really wanted her privacy. Overall, it seemed that this episode was coming down on the side of the child, in the sense that we felt lots of empathy for Sarah as her mum tried to keep her safe, but in doing so firstly made her kind of immune to the distress that was happening around her, and secondly made her act out in quite a rebellious way. Having said that though, I thought the message was a bit diluted, because the teenage Sarah was doing some pretty risky stuff, having underage sex with a boyfriend who wasn't a particularly good influence on her, taking very hard drugs. And in this sense, I felt like there was almost some justification for the character of Marie basically accessing the tablet again and keeping tabs on Sarah. And I'm wondering maybe if the message perhaps might have been stronger if the stuff that Sarah was doing wasn't quite as bad as what it was. The ending of this episode was pretty brutal and graphic, and it also kind of raised the question whether Sarah's beatdown of her mum was basically because the filter was flicking on and off, and she was really desensitized to the violence that she was inflicting on Maria, or whether Sarah actually was just in a rage and just didn't care what she was doing to her mum, or possibly a bit of both. Overall, I enjoyed Arkangel and the performances were strong, but I just didn't think that it was quite as good as some of the other episodes in this season. And in particular, I thought it was a bit of a weaker second episode. USS Callister was a really strong start, but Arkangel was just a little bit less enjoyable, but still a pretty good episode. So that's it for this review. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back shortly to review episode 3 of season 4 of Black Mirror, Crocodile. Until then, this is Purple Celery, over and out.